Hey Facebook, it is V Prince, and I'm not gonna make too much eye contact with y'all because y'all know I'm on the streets, doing my thing, doing my thug thizzle, coming to you guys with this message for today. So I want to talk to y'all about clearing out y'all closets, y'all spring cleaning that y'all keep avoiding on your past. Shoot, I've done it too, so y'all already know what it is. But yeah, the topic of discussion is basically dragging your past around with you and how it is quote unquote blocking your blessings. And I'll explain what quote unquote I am referring to in that instance. This came to me because I was just having discussions with my friends about it and realizing, you know, all the baggage we have to get ourselves through, all the things that we've dealt with in our past that make us who we are, change our experiences, make us respond to things in certain ways, and especially as it pertains to our relationships. And we have a tendency to drag our relationships around. Something in particular that I realize that a lot of people do, this is not just male, but also female, is that I've noticed that we have a tendency to keep around not just like friends, but also exes and just people in our lives that held a place at one point, but they aren't necessary moving forward. And we keep them because they are wet blankets in our lives. We keep them because they are comfortable people. They are a part of our past that made us comfortable. It's like going back to the old apartment that you used to live in when you grew up and still having that same feeling when you go there. We keep these people for these comfortable feelings, like little teddy bears and little blankets that you have. They're comfort pieces. But the thing about a comfort piece is that comfort prevents you from fully growing. Now, that's not to say that you shouldn't keep mementos, because mementos are important for our lives. It helps us remember things that we've been through. It helps us remember fun memories of our past and our family and stuff like that. But when you keep mementos in the form of people, it only clutters your life and makes it hard for you to be able to have new, maybe sometimes better experiences with people. Now, the reason that this can be damaging for carrying around baggage in the form of people is because if this person does not add to your life, at some point they may lead to taking away from it. This is also very true when you're dealing with your exes that you keep kicking it with, and your girlfriend or boyfriend does not necessarily see why y'all are still so close, but you keep trying to explain the relationship is cool and it makes your significant other feel very insecure. That's not their insecurity. That's your insecurity. The fact that you need to have attachment to an ex who probably does not at all really add to your life. You're really only keeping them around because of maybe the good memories that y'all used to have, or some super old stuff that's not at all important or significant to your life now. A lot of the time, we have a lot of people in our lives we just keep on what I like to call the roster. Y'all, everybody has done this. We got all these little, guys or whoever, girls will have these dudes or women in their lives. They just keep on a roll call just in case. We know the just in case girls. Every significant other has been in a situation where they're dating somebody and they got the best friend or the sister or the brother or whatever, but their relationship is just a little too comfortable. Y'all know what I'm talking about. I'm not out here talking to myself here. Y'all know exactly what I'm talking about when things are a little too comfortable. This is called dragging your past. That person signifies something in your life that was good. Now, not to say that there cannot be pure ex-relationships you have with somebody and this is just like, y'all have an understanding. Y'all are just friends. Y'all probably really don't even talk that often, but y'all have turned it into somehow a friendship. Hey, that's all fine and dandy. Not my cup of tea, but that's all fine and dandy. The relationships I'm talking about that y'all know that I'm talking about are those that are a little too comfy cozy. Y'all got a little bit of too deep of a connection. Y'all damn near might as well be dating, but it's the fact that y'all really aren't compatible and don't really get along past like maybe lusting for each other, that the reason that y'all keep being in each other's lives this way. That's really all it is about. And what that causes is a rift. You end up in arguments with your significant other because they're like, so this is just your friend, and then you won't try to say that they feel insecure. No, this is on you, boo-boo. Now I say blocking your blessings, quote unquote, because it is not, I don't want to necessarily say it's just strategically like some magical spell, like your blessing gonna pop up as soon as you get rid of this person. No, it is really, you are preventing that space from being fully occupied because somebody's already in that space. If you got a little homie, friend, brother, sister, whoever, who's kind of there, and I say this from experience, I have dated people who are not emotionally available for the relationship that they wanted to have with me because they dragging around so-and-so and what's his face. So when I'm trying to make a breakthrough with them on an emotional level, we're trying to get a little deeper in understanding each other, and they bring up, oh, what's McCall it, or what's his McCall it, or whatever it is, that's a red flag for me. Who is this person? Who that? Who is that, Harpo? Who that? I'm saying, where in our lives are we doing this? And this can actually apply to other things. You trying to get a job and you out here looking for a job, but you're still kind of committed to another job. You can't fully make a switch over because you're still committed. Maybe you want to go full entrepreneur, but you can't because you still working a full-time job. You have to make a choice if you want to make that switch over. Now, it's a little bit of a difference, obviously, with jobs, but same thing can apply. If you're still sitting up here holding a space for something else, you cannot replace it unless you move that thing out the way. That's how you block a blessing, quote unquote. That's how, if you're asking for a thing, and I hear this all the time. Oh my God, it's so hard today. Oh, these guys are weird out here, blah, 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 blah. Yo, are you fully making space for the thing that you're trying to attract? Have you you put up this wanted ad for this significant other or whoever you're looking for in your life, but have you fully vacated that spot? Because you also could not be emotionally available for the thing that you're even asking for. That's why you're not finding it. You still super tripping about your ex. Like, I'm not saying like, oh man, my ex is trash. No, I'm talking about you going on hour-long rants about what somebody did to you 3 years ago. No, bro, the spot is still vacated by a nigga you don't even like. Like, you're not finding the person you want because you have not cleared that out. Now, I'm not saying you have to like forgive him and all that. That's on you. What I'm saying is clear the spot, vacate, dust out, get rid of all that cluttering in your past so you can be of light, you can be free, and you can find a thing that you really, really are truly looking for in your heart of hearts. Because if you still got stuff on your heart about old relationships, old friendships, old whatever, you are not going to find the new. You're not going to get that new if you still on that old. That's all I'm telling y'all. I felt like this message was important because I myself have been in that situation, and especially, and y'all know my story, I'm dealing with a lot emotionally. Every day is a new lesson about how I can process and how I can get to the next point in my life emotionally. It's also recognizing what parts of my past are okay to hold on to and what parts are not. Even me, there's no excuse. I have no rights to be able to hold on to some of the stuff that I have been through just for the sake of what I've been through and what it is and who it was, etc., etc. And y'all know what I'm talking about in that sense. The same thing goes for y'all. It doesn't matter what situation you've been in, what that person did to you, what, etc., etc. You have to eventually make a choice to say, am I going to keep dragging this thing around, essentially, signifying of just a bag of emptiness, or am I going to put this bag down so I can find something new for my life? The choice is yours. But you have to be completely honest with yourself about what it really is. Because I have these discussions all the time because I'm genuinely interested in how the relationships are going in our communities, how we interact with one another. It very much intrigues me how we build relationships, not just like relationships romantically, but friendships. How do we communicate with one another? The ways that we somehow and sometimes indirectly and directly use one another because a part of us is like a parasite onto that, and we feed on each other constantly feeding on each other to either fit a need, to fill a void, to make up for something we've been through and we don't want to address it. So we think that if I start hanging out with so-and-so, I don't have to address the fact that what's his face hurt me real bad. No, bro, you gonna have to get to that eventually, or it's gonna get to you. It's your choice. Either you get to it or it gets to you, and it's going to affect everything that you do until you clear what you've gone through and you deal with those emotions and you stop dragging it around you. That's the only time you can unblock your blessing. and let that new come into you. It's energy. We are all attracting. We are constantly attracting things. Sometimes your thing is not ready to come because you're not ready for it to come. You're not ready. You're like, I don't understand. Why is nothing? I've done the same thing. I don't understand. Ain't nothing moving. Ain't nothing happening. What am I doing? Why it's not? I know why it's not. You still got more work to do. Get back in the gym. I mean that in a figurative sense. Get back in the gym. But we've all done it. We've all done it. We have to deal with our past and stop dragging this old dirty bag around. Oh, it's old and dirty. There's some things in it that we might need because they're lessons. There's always a lesson. But at the end of the day, how is your past and you not addressing it preventing you from moving on to the next thing? There is a next thing. There's always a next thing. I don't want y'all to ever think that there's not a next thing. Trust and believe there is a next thing for you, for everybody. The choice for you is, do you want it or do you not want it? Some of y'all saying y'all want it and y'all don't really want it like that. Y'all don't really, y'all like, I want it. No. You got to be hungry for change. You got to wake up and be like, how can I unblock my blessing today? What I got to work on today? What do I need to do to be better, to want more, to get more? What do I have to do? Complacency is super easy. It's like a warm blanket on a cold day. You can sit up under that mug forever. That's your choice. And I'm not here to judge you on that. What I am judging is I want change, but I'm not willing to do anything for it. I've been in the exact same spot. Trust and believe I've been there. That's why I'm even talking to y'all. I'm not talking to y'all. I don't ever talk to y'all about anything I have not directly experienced. I'm not looking at a book somewhere and saying, this is a good topic I think I should talk about and create some fictitious scenario. These are exactly the things that I have experienced and I've been through, and I want all of us to be so much better. The only way we are going to get there is by addressing all of the crap that we've been through and be honest with it. Be absolutely honest with it. When you drag your past, sometimes your bag hits people and hurts them. Case in point, you're dating somebody. And I'm saying this from experience. This has actually happened to me a few times in this time that I've been back in the dating scene. So this is not just one particular example. Dating somebody and they have a particular relationship with an ex. Again, this has happened multiple times, not just once. My concern is, okay, well, I've seen exes still be friends. That's a possibility. The times that I can't trust it, though, is when it's just not, it don't seem real copacetic. She seemed like she waiting for you to break up again so y'all can start hooking up, or for you to creep in through her house at midnight like y'all used to do. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of line crossing happening. Now, unless we have decided that we are in a polyamorous open relationship and that's the deal we got set up, which is all fine and dandy, but that's not for me. And a lot of us like to lie about that. No, I'm monogamous and I just want to be with one person all the time. When you're really not. You're actually out in the streets with multiples, and that's fine. The problem is when you're lying about it. Why are you lying about it? That's so stupid to me. You're an adult. You don't owe anybody anything. You actually absolutely don't owe anybody anything. Unless you're married, that's a little bit of a different thing, but there should still be an agreement. If you've decided that's how y'all can conduct yourselves, that's y'all business. But don't be out in these streets dating and being like, oh, I'm one way and you up here lying. That's how people get hurt. But what I'm saying is if you have relationships with friends and whoever and it's not what you said it is, that is just straight lying. That is an absolute crime. You should be hit in the head with a rock. Because that's not cool and that's not fair. That's not cool for you to do at all. So, I mean, this is a very passionate speech that I'm giving y'all because I keep seeing this happen. You know, homegirl got a brother, homeboy got a sister, my ex is the cool one. No, it's nothing funny. Don't worry. It's fine. These are draggings. They're dragons. In relationships, we are dragging these people around and y'all are keeping them in these spots and y'all know that it creates drama, but you don't care because you would rather deal with the drama of this person being a part of your life than have to deal with your so-called imagined heartbreak of letting them go, because that means letting go a part of your life that you're holding on to for some reason. maybe your youth, maybe y'all dated in college, maybe they were there when your mom died, maybe whatever. You leaned on them for emotional support and they were there for you, so you feel guilty for letting them go, even though now all they really do is upset your significant other every time you find somebody you like, and you can't really progress in the relationship because you cannot let that person go outside of your life. Blocking. You are blocking it because you're not vacating the spot. You can't have your cake and eat it too. Do not get it twisted. The only time you can have your cake and eat it too is if there is an understanding, okay? You say, hey, girlfriend number one, I'm bringing on a girlfriend number two and a number three. Okay, sounds good, boyfriend number one. Let's do it. All right, that's the agreement. Otherwise, you just faking the funk. You just lying. You're lying, and you're mostly lying to yourself about it. Because then you want to try to play like you don't have emotions for this person. But trust and believe, they text you at 2 a.m. and you're going to come running. Because there's some kind of emotional commitment you got there. You are not ready. You're not ready. You're not ready. I'm just talking to y'all because I love y'all. I'm talking to y'all because I've been through it. I'm talking to y'all because I don't want us as hurt people to keep hurting people. It's not fair. We can do better than this. We are all smart and we are all capable. If you want to be out in these streets running around and dating a whole bunch of people at the same time, that is your right. Be honest about it though. And don't be out here talking. I talk about this all the time because it's all the time that it's happening. Dating your brothers and your sisters or your best friend or whatever it is, and you trying to play it off like everything is just hunky-dory. And it's strictly, I can't even use the word platonic because if you actually knew the root of platonic, look it up because it doesn't mean what we think it means. At least not the root of it. But y'all just acting like y'all are just friends, and it's nothing more than that. It's different. It's deeper than that. I just want us to be honest. I want you guys to be happy. I want you guys to get what y'all want to get and get out here and find love and good relationships and have fun and be good to one another. That's really all I want for y'all. So sorry if I couldn't see anybody's comments because I'm driving and I can't really respond to anything. I appreciate y'all. And I also appreciate any discussion or questions that y'all have. Leave them in the comments because this is something we got to talk about. Is there something in your life where because you won't clear it, you're not getting the responses or blessings that you want? Is there something in your life that is blocking? I'm not just talking about relationships, but there's something that you yourself have not done, some effort that you have not applied that is preventing you from being able to move on to the next phase in your life? What are you holding on to? Why are you afraid to let it go? Get to the core of that. Really, if you can answer those few questions, you don't need to pay a therapist. You are your own therapist. Peel back those layers. It might hurt like hell. You might have to talk to yourself inside the car like I'm actually doing right now because this is not a two-sided conversation. This is fine. But really, no, what is the core of what's happening with you? If you can get down to the bottom of that, you will notice the change. I promise you will. You will notice how it will affect your life when you become honest as hell about the way you're responding to the people in your life, to the things in your life, your dead-end job that you hate, but you can't leave. These relationships with people who really don't support you. Your significant other who has somehow caused you to gain 50 pounds that you don't really want, but you realize you're eating your feelings for some reason. Wow, I'm touching on a nerve. It might be my own nerve. Wow. You know what I'm saying? These are things that we deal with and we don't address them because it's scary. It's so scary to be honest with yourself. But promise you, if we can peel back these layers, things get better. They do. They don't have a choice. They don't have a choice. The vacancies, the wants and needs in our... There's a saying that the universe is always conspiring in your favor. Now, you can say God, you can say whatever your faith is, that's on you. Whatever the higher power, if you believe in a higher power or whatever, you apply that for yourself. But it is always in your favor. If you truly believe that, I would say as a level of faith in your life, if you can apply that, then you will always know that things will get better. But you have to change. You can't just keep the recipe the same and expect, oh, I'm making sugar. This is a recipe for sugar cookies. All of a sudden one day it's going to be chocolate chip cookies. No, it doesn't work that way. There is no magic to this. There's no magic. It's just you. It's your faith. It's your work ethic. And then sometimes you got to pray on it and go to sleep. That just level of discernment there. But still, if you're not doing the work, you can't expect change. That's really how that goes. So just, y'all stop dragging this y'all old stuff around. These old, out of season feelings. These old, super outdated friends, and they not ready to go where you going. Every time you got an idea, they're like, you think that's really gonna work? You don't need that kind of negativity in your life. You don't need nobody around you that's not trying to help you blow up your helium balloon. You need somebody that's be like, really, girl? Well, shoot, let me see if I can put a couple on it. Help you blow up this balloon. Because I need help blowing up my balloon. We all need help with that. Find somebody that'll hold your kite string for you and help you keep it in the air. Don't find people that's going to deflate your magic. You don't need that. Because the world going to try to deflate your magic. You don't need people right next to you in your ear talking about, are you sure? Are you, you go to your friend, quote unquote friend or best friend, and you like, oh yeah, I met this dude or I met this girl. And then you talking about, are you sure? Well, you remember the last time you dated an electrician? You don't need that because they jealous. Or you get the ones that'll be like gassing you up. Oh yeah, she's pretty. Yeah, nah, he cool. But they just waiting to try to find another way to get back in the pocket because you keep letting them. Then you wonder why all your relationships are catastrophe. You wondering, hello, is this thing on? I'm just talking to y'all at this point because I want y'all to be better. I really, truly do. And the madness has to stop. The final thing I'll leave y'all with, this is the analogy. You guys are explaining some of these relationships like as if somebody went to the zoo, right? You at the zoo. Uh-oh. I lost y'all for a second. Hold on. We're about to be back at it in a second. Here we go. There we are. We're back at it. You at the zoo. You see a lion. You're looking at the lion. The person you're dating is the zookeeper. You say to the zookeeper, man, that lion looks ferocious. Zookeeper talking about, oh, no, this lion... No, this lion is so sweet. This lion wouldn't hurt a fly. Not this lion. Nope. No, never. Okay, but bro, you're the zookeeper, so of course you gonna say that. Me? I'm the person outside the gate. Nah. Don't worry about this lion. This lion is insignificant. Bro, that's still a lion though. Y'all trying to pass off y'all baggage and y'all exes and these friends and sisters and brothers and all this other your terrible ass job as the lion. When we know this, it's a problem. We looking at it like, yo, but nah, this is an issue. No, it's not an issue. No. Go on about your business. Go on. Everything will be fine. I can still get everything that I want operating with a damn ferocious ass lion in my life. Yeah. This is great, right? Yeah, see, I want y'all to stop this today. I want you to stop it today. That's pretty much it for me. I'm signing off. I love y'all. I appreciate if you share this video. Please tell people to follow me. Please, because I like talking shit. That's fun for me. Tell me what topics y'all want me to cover too, because I will cover all the topics. And yeah, we're gonna do the dang thing. I love you guys. Happy Sunday. And yeah, protect your edges. Bye.